Hiya, Laurie here. Welcome back. I hope you're all well and looking forward to today's video. We are jumping straight on into it and doing the May setup for my bullet journal. This month's setup is going to be a sakura cherry blossom drink theme. Mostly a cherry blossom sakura theme, but I wanted to add something else, so I decided to add a sort of juice carton, a sakura juice drink type thing that I seen when I was in a Asian shop, and it looked so nice. It was in a bottle actually, and it was delicious, but I decided to draw it as a carton instead, like one of those see-through cartons. It's my first time doing a see-through carton, but I really love how it turned out. I think I could probably have picked better colours or different selection of how the colours were sitting, but I really love how it turned out. My cat is sitting next to me wanting a lot of attention at the moment, so if you can hear the little purr machine, that is what that is. She's awful suki today. Well, I say today, but she's pretty much always awful suki, but she's all up in my business right now, wanting lots of cuddles and pets. So if you can hear her purring, I'm not going to apologise because it's really cute. But yeah, that's what that noise is if you can hear it. But as you can see, I'm just going in with my fine liners. I'm using a few different thicknesses of the fine liners. I did try to go in with a brush pen at first, as I've heard they're really good for drawing your line art, but I'm not quite at that stage yet, so I decided to just jump between the 3 different sizes of my fine liners, and this is me kind of deciding what thickness to use. This is just a regular fine line writing pen, but I love using these to do my line art. This one's got a little Totoro decoration on the lid, and I've got like a set of them, and they're just adorable. I absolutely love these pens. But yes, I'm just drawing some cherry blossoms, or as close as I could get to large cherry blossoms in the centre here as a little cluster, and then I've got a few little tiny cherry blossoms kind of scattered throughout the juice, and then I will go in and start colouring. So I hope you like this front cover, I guess. I end up just putting a quote on the left hand page, which is from a Disney movie from my childhood, which was called Songs of the South. I don't believe you can access it now, however I had a really good chipper sunshine song called Zippity Doodah, which you can find on YouTube, and I just had a quote from that song because it just puts me in mind of the end of spring and the coming of summer, and I just love the song. It's very upbeat, and yeah, it just reminds me of summer. So yeah, I decided to take a quote from that song and put it on the left hand side with some decorating. This month I'm going to kind of go back to my roots on collaging rather than drawing. Drawing's really not my forte. I do enjoy it, but it put a lot of pressure on me to do more drawing last month than I'm used to doing. So I decided just to continue with my collage style that is my vintage journaling, junk journaling style that I like to go to. So yes, I did draw for the front cover, but for the most part I am going to kind of stick to my collagey, gluing bits and bobs in junk journal scrapbooking style that I love. But mostly for the weekly spreads, I guess, which obviously I don't do in this monthly setup. Let me know if you would like me to do a weekly setup video. I didn't want to make these videos too long, so I decided to just do the monthly setups. But if you do want like a separate video showing my weekly setups, let me know down below, and I'd be happy to film those for you. So I'm now going in with my brush pen, and I'm just decoratively adding the May header. And I did write this down in pencil first because I wanted to make it quite flourished and over the top for me anyway. So I did go in with a pencil first, and then I'm just kind of adding a drop shadow line essentially to roughly where the shadows would be, and then I'm going to also go over that with a pink brush pen, the Tombow dual brush pens, just to add a little bit of pink to that header as well. But first I'm going to go in and erase all my pencil markings, and then I'm going to go in and colour everything in and add more decoration as I go. But I will let you enjoy some music as I do that, and I will pop back in later for the next spread. So that is my first spread complete, or kind of. I do actually have to go back in and fix the calendar, which I noticed after filming I kind of messed up. But for the most part, that's it finished. And we're moving on to my sort of month at a glance. Although it's not full, the full month is not at a glance. Some of it is actually on the next page over, as I decided to do my monthly calendar a little bit different this week to see if this sort of layout would work better for me. I like to have a large enough space to write appointments and anything else that I have planned down, and the boxes from my previous calendars kind of felt too small and restricting, so I thought I would try it this way to see if that works better for me. So far I'm quite liking it. The only downside is not having the full month on a glanceable page where you can see the whole month at a glance, but it's only the last maybe week that I've had to move on to the second page. If you have a larger journal than me, the odds are you wouldn't need to do this, but mine's is only A6 in size. So I've kind of given 2 lines per date, per day. So I'm just adding the header here, which is just monthly plan and the month May. And I've done that in a pink brush pen. And then I'm just going to go add the drop shadow to the May header. I'm not doing it to the monthly plan section, but just to the month May, just to make it pop a little bit. And then I will go in and write all the months, the days of the month. Can't remember if I write this, or actually I think I might have put stickers down. Yes, I do. I put stickers down. So I made a digikit for well, mostly for myself, but I did put it in the shop, so if you do want to go have a look, it is available to buy as a digital kit in my shop, which is always linked below, and it has the days of the month in it. But I decided to go with this colour because I've done a neutral colour for the kit, and I wanted a more pinky toned colour, and I printed off the numbers a bit larger than these numbers as well, so I ended up going for these ones. Underneath the end of my calendar I have shop ideas. Really, I had no idea what to put here, as it was just like an empty space and I didn't want to just fill it with decoration. I wanted it to be functional. I like my monthly setup to be more function than decoration. I like to put decoration more so in my weekly spreads, so I decided to pop shop ideas in this sort of little empty space, and that's just, if I have any ideas for the shop I will put them here, and at the end of the month I will then pop them into my sort of yearly shop ideas page. But I don't think this journal will last me very much longer anyway, maybe another month or two, as I'm very quickly running out of pages, but hopefully I can make it at least into June, maybe July, but we will see. On to the next page. I've noticed a lot of people do mood trackers. Now, I'm not really a person who likes to keep track of my mood. I don't think it changes that much that I need to kind of track it. However, I do have stage 4 endometriosis, so I do have a lot of different painful days, so I thought it would be maybe beneficial for me to keep track of my pain. So just what day I feel worse than another day kind of thing, and I wanted to make it kind of pretty and fun to do, so I did sakura petals. So I've just done a little branch here with some flowers, and then the petals I will colour in as the month kind of progresses and according to my pain that day. I'm also going in and adding some more little stickers, like more flower petals, sakura flower petals stickers, and these have got a really nice gold gilding as well. And I'm also adding the odd little leaf here and there, again with some gold gilding. I really love how this entire month sort of setup is looking. I'm really loving how pink and dainty and just girly and pretty with flowers and gold decorating, and it's just so pretty. I'm really enjoying looking at it and adding to it. So I'm really glad I chose this theme for the month of May. I actually do not have a theme in mind for next month, so I would very much appreciate any ideas or suggestions you have. If you would pop them below, I would really like that, as I have literally no idea what to do for next month's theme. I didn't really expect it to be this difficult to come up with different themes for my journal. I just thought it would be fun to think of different ones, but I didn't actually think that it would be difficult to come up with a different theme for every month. And now I do have months ahead that I have themes picked out for, but for this upcoming month I have nothing. So I would very much appreciate any suggestions that you have down below. But yeah, I really love how this theme is looking. This is a little sticker book that I actually made with the offcuts from creating my larger sticker books for my sort of traveler's notebook sticker collection, I guess. And I thought I would stick all the flowers that I'd, like the cherry blossoms and sakura flowers that I'd been cutting out of my pet tapes in preparation for this month's theme. I thought I would stick them all in this one book, and that way I didn't have to go hunting for them throughout my other books. They would all be in the one place. And I really like the size of these little booklets. I'm currently trying to put a little bag together to take supplies to a coffee shop at some point and do journaling there, or even like a pen pal with me there. And I think these booklets are the perfect size to go in those little bags, that little bag, rather than the full-sized sticker books that I've been creating. I now have 5 of them and I'm running out of space in my traveler's notebook folder, I guess. So I'm still slowly making my way through my pet tapes, but I do need to continue making sticker books for them as I keep running out of space. But as you can see, we've moved on to the next spread, which is my expenses for the month, and I've done this exactly the same as I did last month's. I haven't even filled out last month's yet, so I don't even know if it worked for me fully, but I've decided just to make it exactly the same, and then if I want to change it next month I will. This doesn't leave much for decoration, this page. It takes up pretty much the entirety of the 2 pages, so I decided just to pop a little bit of washi at the bottom where I have the total for the month. And then onto this, the next page is my Etsy expenses tracker, and this is purely for orders that I mail out. And again, I've made it pretty much exactly the same as last month. However, I have added a place for a postcode, as when you're looking over the receipts, you don't have like the customer's name or what they ordered. You purely have their address. So it's been quite difficult for me to kind of write everything down and cross-check it. I've actually have to go back in and check off the order from my Etsy listings. So by adding the postcode, I'm hoping to eliminate this step and make it a lot easier for me to just check the receipt against the order without having to go through all of my order history. But that's pretty much the only change I've made here. I also haven't added excuse me, I haven't added a total at the bottom, as again I didn't end up using it. I ended up going beyond that and adding a separate page. So I thought by taking that out, if I can add it to the bottom of the page I will, but if I don't need to, then I've got a full page to add orders to. Onto the next page is my budget breakdown, and then for reasons unknown I have now lost my entire footage after that. Don't know what happened. I'm so sorry. I really have no idea what happened, but it is gone. So I obviously completed filling out the rest of the setup, but I also finished setting up my weeklies by the time it came to me doing this voiceover. So doing my full flip through now, you'll also get to see those, so that's a plus at least. But this is my May setup, and I am absolutely in love with it. The only 2 pages you really missed out on were this page and the previous page, and as you can see I have also filled out my weekly spreads now. So at least you get to see those. That is like the one plus of this situation. Excuse me. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope it gave you some inspiration for your own journals, whether it be a bullet journal or junk journal. I hope that you still got some inspiration out of it, and I will hopefully see you again soon. Don't forget to put any suggestions for next month's setup down below, and to let me know if you would like me to do a separate video on me setting up my weekly spreads. Definitely let me know that down below as well. But that's it for today. I hope you are well, and I will hopefully see you again soon. Take care and God bless. Bye.